So what we have is a 1987 Regal. Well, we'll go underneath the car in this segment real quick of what was done to this Regal. It's got a little over 100,000 miles on it. It was a PA car, but garaged more than 3/4 of its life. No rot on the frame anywhere. Nothing. There's no rot, pitted rust, nothing in all of these areas. Nothing. And even over here on the frame rails, if you look over here, nothing. Floors are original here and here. There was some patches that were done down here on the floors. Seam sealer, patch panels from donor cars, whatever, pretty much irrelevant. No rot up in this area, no rust on the frame. The frame is all solid all the way through. Very great survivor. All the rocker panels in the back here, all original, no rot, nothing, zero. Frame rails, nice shape. You can even see as we painted over it, like it was just basically surface rust. It came off with one brush of sandpaper across it. It has a Buick Grand National rear in it with, I believe, the 342 rear gears. Disc brake conversion. You want to take a look at that?
Yeah, just wanted to finish showing the
floor pan. Yeah,
yep.
Floor was replaced on that side. Just patch panels, just little bits and pieces here and there. That's where any rot or rust was.
Okay, I think that's all the frame
stuff.
stuff.
And then just this is the rear axle out of a Grand National. We were checking the. Let me take off the tape here. This was where we were checking what gear ratio it is. So it's all original. And had a disc brake conversion, which was pretty nice. So, and all the brakes are done. Everything is bled. Works great. Proportioning valve, all that crap. All taken care of. New brake lines. Springs were like in perfect shape. Fuel lines. Come over here. Brand new fuel filter. Brand new fuel lines. Plastic fuel lines because it has a fuel injected motor in it. So it's ready for your Buick 231 V6, 3.8, I believe, or an LS swap, whatever you want to do. It currently has a LT1 engine in it with a 700 R4. The LT1 was converted into an L98, which has a tune port fuel injection manifold on it. And because we were trying to get away from the OptiSpark, so on and so forth. Really don't care about the drivetrain in it because it doesn't run. I mean, we can get it running, but it's just not worth our time. We're basically selling this as a roller. So at this particular moment, because we just ran out of time, ran out of funds, running out of storage space. So we can't keep it anymore. So this is the LT1 motor. This motor was in really nice shape. Again, irrelevant. I know everybody is LS or Grand National motor. I understand that. I get it, but that is not the point of this. This motor came out of a 1995 Z28. It was rebuilt. It ran beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And as you all know, the OptiSpark fails, and we just ran into a variety of problems with that. So we'll just leave it there. That's it for the segment.
nice and straight.
Door skins were replaced. Fenders had very little rust on them and were just, you know, this was all professionally done, so there was no like Bondo filler or very little used in it. All new filler panels, new lights, new bezels, all of that. The bumpers were sanded down, were sandblasted down and painted, okay? We're missing the bezels that go around the marker lights at the bottom here, the turn signal lights. So new filler panels, but check down the fender and the door to the quarter panel of the car. Header panel was redone. Paint job was done probably about a year and a half ago. And has been sitting inside in the heated garage, climate controlled ever since.
Okay, going in.
Interior. Interior has a T-type steering wheel, 1985, matching the motor and transmission dash cluster. That, yes, all works because the car thinks it's a 1985 Z28, but however, we did go backwards on the engine. We'll go more on that later. Really don't care. Door panels are nice. Window glass is nice. The front windshield is broken. Yeah, no shit, it's broken. Yeah, no shit, it's broken. And don't care. Plain and simple. Don't know what else to say about that. Dashboard's in nice shape. The seats, and it is originally a center console car. I do have the original seats to the center console car, but these seats came out of a 2009 Honda Civic. They are very comfortable. The seat belts are also modernized too, which is nice because we were making this into a driver. We weren't going to just be screwing around going like all authenticity because it's just a Buick Regal. It's not an authentic Grand National. But the seats go back like this to get your buddies back there. The rear seats are out of the same model year car, 2009 Honda Civic, and they just fit like a glove. It's seriously comical of how well these things fit in here. And I just said, you know what? I threw them in. It wasn't a hard thing to do. And I said, screw it. So here it is. Needs a headliner to finish up some things. But these really would shine on a really nice ride, you can imagine, because they're just so comfortable. And it gives the car a really nice flow down the road. It's really cool.
One more thing, the moldings in here are all new. And just close up of the doors. These have all been cleaned. These are original. The carpet's got some wear, nothing like horrible. And there's radio. Again, the carpet over there on the driver's side. Huh, original. Clean, no smells, nothing too weird.
All right, here she is, 1987 Buick Regal, dressed up to be a Grand National clone, if you will, but maybe more of a T-type. Brand new paint job, bodywork all around it done. Don't mind the toe strap. I had to pull it out of the garage. It's been sitting for about close to 2 years. All restored. It's not a real Grand National. It's dressed to look like one. Wheels, wing, hood scoop, air dam down below. All of it. Windshield's broken, but it is what it is. Interior, not bad, not bad. Actually, nice shape. The seats are out of a 2009 Honda Civic. Steering wheel's from a T-type. The dash cluster, which we didn't finish out yet, but is bolted in, is out of a 1995 Camaro Z28. Seen another friend of ours do this stuff here, where he kind of like cuts this out and makes this flat. All of this works for the 1995 LT1 setup that's in the vehicle, from the 4L60 transmission and to the motor, but we made a slight change. I'm basically selling this as a roller. I'm not selling it as a running and driving car. It's a long story, but it just is what it is. There is no headliner in it. I'm just gonna grab the keys here. Head on over to the trunk. Get this out of the way. Boxes of just the wire harness. Nothing special for an 88 tune port motor, which I'll explain in a moment, but is irrelevant because we're selling the car as a roller. all redone. Access panel for the fuel pump. Okay, and then just a few little extra parts. Grand National gauge if you wanted it. The bottom of the trunk lid was not painted. Came off a gold car, obviously. All the goodies there. And there's your steering wheel. Like I said, didn't finish it out. A lot has been going on. And almost there being pretty cool. I've seen this done before and I was like, wow, very neat. But I'll show what we got under the hood. All the wheels were redone. They're very nice. That 84, 85 look if you like it. The tires are okay, nothing special. So we have a 1995 LT1 engine converted over to a tune port intake and distributor because our OptiSpark kept failing and our computer is not giving us the Noid light's not coming on. Injector pulse, there we go. That's the words I'm looking for. But everything swapped over pretty well and pretty neat. And I started to backwards swap it. And I kind of wanted to have it like a show car. So the intake manifold has been painted, clear coated, same with the valve covers. It has a 1991 to 92 or mid 90s Chevy Caprice intake exhaust manifolds. So we started moving everything around. And again, the engine is irrelevant because most of you guys would probably just say, all right, I'm going to buy it because like I said, I'm selling it as a roller. You're going to LS swap it or throw a Grand National engine in it. And 9 out of 10 of you guys are probably going to LS swap this. And I don't blame you because in the world we're in, LS is the king, and I agree. I even agree of swapping those things into Mustangs. But this engine it looks cool. Yes, I've had many people say, oh my God, it looks amazing. Yes, it does. Well, you can put a turbo on it. Yes, you can. How much horsepower does it have right now? I don't know, anywhere between 270 to 300 horsepower. If that, that's pushing it. It's got a 700 R4 transmission in it. Like I said, we started going backwards on it. We took out the 4L60, but that's basically for the drivetrain. What's in the rear? What do we have in the rear of this thing? Well, in the rear of this, we have the 342 Grand National rear axle. So it's out of a Grand National, the rear axle. Okay, brand new gas tank. There's a video of this that we linked together with this of the underpinnings, the frame and all of that, and the floorboards and all of that. But it's in beautiful shape. This was all professionally done. This isn't done in some kid's backyard. All the body filler pieces in here have all been replaced and are new. There is no hoke on this car. There's no huge amounts of body filler that's loaded in this damn thing. The hood needed some work. I'm not gonna lie to you, it has its fair share of fiberglass filler in the hood. But again, we're not doing Barrett Jackson here. It may look like a Barrett Jackson, but we're not doing that here. That's not the point of this. The point of this is to win some car shows and have a nice car for pennies on the dollar without spending $25,000, $30,000, whatever idiot prices that these guys are getting for real Grand Nationals. So you can enjoy the ride, you can have fun, the seats are really comfortable, the doors slam really nice, all of the moldings and stuff in here were all replaced. So there was no hoke. There was just no hoke. You know, you just got to finish it out if you have the stamina to do it. This is when we bought the car. We got it at Raceway Park, Englishtown of 2022. So it was pretty cool. This car's been through a lot of good things. Insulation was replaced underneath there. Like I said, the hood, it's good for what it is, but it has its share of filler in it, and it's been sitting in a climate-controlled garage for a little over 2 years now. And the roof is nice. There's no ripples. A few here and there. Again, you really got to look at it. Like I said, if you're looking for the Barrett Jackson thing, I'm telling you right now, scroll away. But if you are looking at it with I'm getting all goofed up here. For pennies on the dollar, what you would pay for this in this paint job, it's probably what you would buy this car for, what we're asking for it. So it's really nice. So just going over a few things here. I really don't want to sell it, but I have too many projects. I just got too much going on. I got 14 cars. I gotta let some of these little guys go, and I think somebody can have a lot of fun with this. I gotta put the emblem in there. I got that tucked away. But yeah, I mean, I like it with the tune port, and I thought it was pretty cool. Kind of like, hey, wait a minute, that didn't come with that. I mean, just looking at it from a standpoint here, the hood shocks are hokey, so just that's why I got the stick there. I don't know. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Let's do a little experiment. Oopsies, as I scratch the hell out of everything. Oh, there. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. They're working. They're working. How about cool is that? And watch it slam down crazy. But anyway, looking at it from a standpoint, you're like, wow, look at that motor in there. Is that stock? That's what I was looking to do. I was trying to aim for something of a stock look. Okay, I was trying to go for that. Wow, wait, that's how they came, you know? And it realistically would trick a lot of people. It would trick a lot of the older guys. Like, well, I don't know if they came with tune ports. I don't know. And you'd have to do a Google search, and you found out that it didn't. But I wanted to make this look as factory stock as possible with this engine, and have it perform, and have dual exhaust, and all the fun. I have so many other things. I am busy at work. I'm busy on another business. I just don't have the time. It's the old sad story that you hear all the time when you see these deals come up. My loss, your gain, if you want to look at it that way. My gain, your gain. Let's do it that way. You know what I mean? Enjoy this car, love it, finish it out. You know. Again, not giving it away. Don't waste your time with stupid offers. It's not going to happen. It just will not be accepted. I'm not a big fan of the brown steering wheel. That's just what was available. I just said, all right, whatever. Again, you could sand it down, paint it, have it clear coated. So we did with a lot of this stuff because I work with a body shop, and I wanted it done right. The door skins were replaced. The door skins are brand new door skins welded in. So there is no hoke. There is no hoke in the quarter panels. There's no body filler in there. Very little, very, very, very little. Come here with your laser pointer, goggles and look through the car. You'll be like, wow, this is in really nice shape. Because whoever had the car prior, this thing was ugly. It was ugly, but it wasn't rotted away. That was the beauty about it, and that's why we went the way we went with it. So all these lights are new. All the lights in here new, missing the bezels. Okay, just figured to let you know. I'm gonna point out the obvious. Missing the bezels. It's got a broken windshield right there. No shit, broken windshield. Hey, it's got a broken windshield. Yeah, no shit. No shit. Okay, no shit. There it is, you can see it, okay? I'm not replacing it. That's on you. There's your hood scoop. There's your hood. It came out so good. All the trim. Beautiful. A few scratches in the window. You can definitely see that. It's there. It's there. Whatever. Like I said, that'll fail the Barrett Jackson thing. The paint job is pretty damn close. It's beautiful. Now let's check the other window. Show out little flaws. This one was okay. And for some strange reason, it looks like that the molding shrunk on this. You can see there's like a gap there. I'm just pointing out all the hoke. And there is a little bit here and there, but it's not a deal breaker. Especially if you're gonna, again, it's not a real Grand National, so who really gives a shit? Have fun with it, enjoy it. Who's looking at that stuff? That's basically it. Oh, someone's gonna ask about the carpet. I know how this works. Carpet, it's fine. It's got some holes in it. It's hokey. It's worn, but it's not bad. It's not like, oh my God, I gotta replace this. This is horrible. No, we're nowhere near that. We're nowhere near that in any way, shape, or form. The windows on both sides, driver's side and passenger side, in really nice shape. Dashboard, few cracks. glove box, nice and clean. But that's about it. I had another question on the engine. Like when we put the fuse box in, the washer fluid tank, the wipers work, everything, the lights and all of that, the wiring in the car is all 1995 Camaro Z28, including the lights, the wipers, all of that is done through the steering column, everything. It wasn't a hack job. All of this was done nicey nice in here, all tucked away. It was done professionally. Okay, but like I said, all of this is not hooked up onto the motor anymore because we went backwards to 85 to 91 tune port. That's where it is now. We left the LT1 stuff in the vehicle, but we didn't get to the point where we got it running and so on and so forth. We ran out of time. It's just the way it went. We just can't do it anymore. I got to move stuff out of the shop. Things have got to go, and it's just like there's storage issues, this, that, but it's not desperate where I'm going to give the car away. So don't be thinking like, oh, he's desperate. No, wrong. This is not a giveaway. All right, this is going to be a fair price deal. That's it. But I'm just going over the motor. I'm not going to answer any other stupid questions on it. It had a disc brake conversion in the back of the vehicle. So it from, I think it was, I think the S10, I don't know. It's how we got it, but the brakes are all hooked up to work. Proportioning valve and all that, as you could see, nice and solid. There's no hokiness there. It was done right. Okay? But like I said, this car was hacked out prior, and it just is what it is. But I just figured I would just go over that with the engine. I'm not going to answer 1,000 questions on the motor and stuff like that of what you want to do. What do you got to do to get it running? And this, you got to take your time. That's what you got to do to get it running. Yeah, one, you have to know what you're doing. That's one. And you just take your time and just follow the schematic and you get it running. Because this engine ran great till that OptiSpark crapped out. And I'm not a fan of the OptiSparks. I'm sorry. I'm a GM guy through and through. But we wanted to go this route. I think it's a better looking route for what we were doing. But that's it. If somebody wants to get more into it, if they're going to buy the car, we'll talk about it for a while and go over all the little ins and outs of it. If you're an old GM guy and you know what you're doing. Then I can give you the tips and the tricks and the this and the that. And then you probably won't even need to talk to me about it because you already know what you're doing and you got to figure it out. So that's basically it. All right, guys. Talk soon.